Good evening, everyone. Jason here for AxodysFC, and it's been a pretty chill Sunday for the most part. I watched the most of the Arsenal Everton game. I was kind of curious to see to watch it mainly because yeah, I had done one of the well, I wanted to see what they looked like for one thing, but I had done a uh, one of the rivals things on So Rare, and initially I had tried to set it up so that I had anticipated um, that Ramsdale would start. I hadn't heard anything specifically one way or the other on whether David Raya. I knew he was going to start some games, is everything I'd heard, but I didn't know for sure it was this one. Turns out I discovered he had been picked for this game, and he wasn't available to pick for the rivals thing for whatever reason. I think, yeah, Sorare's a little bit behind on some of the loan signings or something like that. Anyway, so I decided to change things up completely and try a different strategy. That I didn't. It's probably more risky, I guess, in the sense that I was going all in on Everton players and them holding Arsenal to a clean sheet, maybe best case scenario, going with Pickford and because he was the only keeper that I could keep. Although you can definitely pick from both teams, whichever. But anyway, I decided to try going all in on Everton and be a true Tottenham fan. No, not pragmatic and pick the best players. And anyway, it went well for about 70 minutes, and then it blew up once Arsenal converted and ended up with a 1-0 away victory at Goodison Park. And they were dangerous, and they had at least one other goal that was borderline VAR, offsides, disallowed. So not unexpected. But Everton, I mean, they were in the game throughout, and yeah, it's interesting. They're definitely down there at the bottom of the table. Arsenal is yeah. I'm curious. Yeah, what this week they'll do with the keeper situation. Presumably Champions League. Ramsdale will go. Did they play Tuesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? He'll go for that game, and then yeah, my question is, who will they pick for the North London Derby? I don't know, but it does seem like the beauty of that, regardless of who they pick, if we can make them look bad, we screw up the whole dynamic of their team. If we make that whoever the keeper is have a bad game, that screws up their whole dynamic and their rotation. So even if it's just ends up being a draw or something like that, and we play well and score a few goals, we can put kind of pressure on them and their season just from a dynamics level. So I hope that happens, because I do think it's wild that they've gone with 2 starting keepers. I don't think that works well. You definitely need to have a 1 and a 2. And anyway, I feel like Ramsdale's been pretty good for them. Maybe he was kind of faded late at the end of the season or whatever, but he was not the reason. I would say Saliba's injury was the big reason they faded late. So yeah, anyway, table wise at this point we are now in second, it looks like, and we're tied with Liverpool on points and goal differential, but on the Premier League site, we were ahead of them. So there must be an additional tiebreaker I don't know about that puts us ahead of them or whatever. But of course, City is fully in command, 15 points, 5 straight wins for them. And they played West Ham and Newcastle already. So 2 solid, top teams. Newcastle obviously not playing as well as would have been expected. So it'll be interesting to see how they, handle the Champions League now, and are they going to get moving up the table, or will they, struggle this season? I don't know. Beyond that, though, I'm looking forward to. There's one more game left for this weekend with Forest playing Burnley tomorrow, and I'm curious to see how that goes because Matt Turner should be the starting keeper for Forest now, and anyway, I'm curious to see how he will do, kind of from a fantasy perspective. I'm hoping he does well, and also as currently the best American keeper that we've got. And it's easier to root for him now that he's not at Arsenal anymore as well. But so I'm interested to see how that game goes. I think actually, if Forest beats Burnley, they will move into the top 6 right now. So they're actually off to a fairly good start so far. So interesting, to watch them and see how they do. But beyond that, it's just been watching fan reaction videos from yesterday's game and soaking up some of the behind the scenes sideline kind of stories. I had noticed that I've seen the video of Ange reacting to Gulu's game winner, but I didn't notice that Brian Hill and Alejo Veliz were right behind him, and they were in the background, and they were standing, and they're pounding and shaking at the some advertising that was in front of them. And anyway, fun to see all the different players' reactions and different just antics essentially. So pretty fun. It's great to have the goodwill going into another week, and hopefully we can just ride it into a good outcome in the North London Derby. So until then, I'll be looking for interesting other things to talk about, but I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. Thanks again for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these. And remember, to dare is to do.